Hi guys, and welcome back to my channel. I hope you are having a wonderful day. In today's video, we're going to be doing a tag I found on the internet, and the name of the tag is 50 Questions You've Never Been Asked. This tag was created by a blog called Bouska Mama I'm Losing It blog. I'm not sure if I named the person vlog correctly because it has their name and then it says Mama I'm Losing It, but the questions looked fun, so I thought we would have a little bit of fun and I answered the questions. I'm also going to be tagging 3 YouTubers to do this tag as well. But if I tag you, that does not mean if you do not want to do it, you don't have to. I just thought it would be fun to tag some other YouTubers. And if I did not tag you and you still want to do this tag, you can do it as well, because I'm going to leave the link to the blog post in my description box so everybody can find the questions. So if you want to do it, you can, but I'm specifically going to tag 3 other YouTubers just for fun. But if I did not tag you, you still can do this as well. So if I'm looking down a lot in this video, it's because I have the questions written on my iPad. Well, I have the blog post pulled up on my iPad. So question 1 is, what is your favorite candle scent? I actually don't have a favorite candle scent. I don't even use candles. I use essential oils instead, but if I had to choose a candle scent, it would be something fruity, floral, and refreshing. Question 2, what female celebrity do you wish was your sister? The female celebrity that I wish was my sister is Adrienne Holt, formerly known as Adrienne Bailon. If you don't know who she is, she was in the girl group 3LW. She was also in one of my favorite Disney Channel movies ever, The Cheetah Girls, and she was now on The Real, which is a talk show with Jeannie Mai, Lonnie Love, Adrienne Holton, and Garcelle Buffet. I've always admired Adrienne because she's always been open and honest and real, and I love learning about her Spanish culture. She's always been very willing to teach about her culture, and I've learned a lot of Spanish culture from watching her. So she's someone I always wished was my sister. Question 3, what male celebrity do you wish was your brother? The male celebrity I wish was my brother is the singer Musiq Soulchild. I've always been a fan of his music. It always seems so well written, and it always has some kind of story to tell in his music. So I think if he was my brother, we would have like the most interesting conversations. And my favorite Musiq Soulchild song is Teach Me How to. Question 4, how old do you think you'll be when you get married? I think I'll be 30 when I get married. Question 5, do you know any hoarders? No, I do not know any hoarders. I did used to watch the TLC show called. Question 6, can you do a no, I cannot. I am not that flexible. Question 7, how old were you when you learned to ride a bike? I was 8 years old when I learned to ride a bike, because when I was 8, I had surgery on both of my legs and spent 3 months in a cast with a bar between my legs. And once they took the cast off to teach you how to rework your legs, since they were in a straight position for 3 months, they teach you how to ride a bike. Question 8, how many oceans have you swam in? None. I rarely ever go to the beach, and I do not like to swim. I do know how to swim, but I do not like to swim. Question 9, how many countries have you been to? None. I haven't been out of the country. I have been out of my home state, but I have not been out of the country. There are 2 countries I would love to travel to someday. No, actually there's 3 countries I would love to travel to someday. Those are Barcelona, Spain. I would love to go to Milan, Italy, and I would love to go to Paris. Question 10, is anyone in your family in the army? My cousin is currently serving in the army, and a lot of my family throughout the years have served in many different branches of the military, and I'm always so proud and grateful for everyone who chooses to serve our country. Question 11, What would you name your daughter if you had one? If I had a daughter, I would name her Araya. I've loved the name for a long time, and I just think it's pretty. I would name my daughter Araya if I had one. Question 12. What would you name your son if you had one? If I had a son, I would name him Kashan. Question 13. What is the worst grade you've ever gotten on a test? The worst grade I've ever gotten on a test is a D. Geometry was not my best subject, even though I was very good in math and I took honors math all the time when I was in school. But it was something about geometry that did not get along with me, so I got a D on a geometry test, and I was so heartbroken because I was used to getting straight A's and B's all the time. I would get C's on occasion, but it wouldn't happen all the time. But I had never gotten a D until I got to geometry, and I think I cried for like 2 days because I thought my mother was going to be so upset. And she wasn't. She was like, as long as you don't get a D on your report card, you're fine. But to me, getting a D was devastating because I had never gotten one. Question 14. What was your favorite TV show when you were a child? My favorite TV show when I was a child was the Rugrats and Rocket Power. If you don't know what they are, they were Nickelodeon shows back in the day. And the Rugrats actually just got a reboot on Paramount Plus. I have not seen it. I heard it's great, but I have not personally seen it for my. Question 15. What did you dress up as for Halloween when you were 8 years old? I don't actually know the answer to this question because when I was growing up, we did not celebrate Halloween. But when I was in elementary school, like kindergarten, first grade, the school that I went to did have a Halloween party that we dressed up for. So my mother would allow me to dress up for school because she didn't want me to feel left out. So when I was about 5, she dressed me up as a bright yellow M&M, and this was a big costume. Y'all know what an M&M looked like, and it came with white stockings and I wore white shoes. Question 16. Have you read any of the Harry Potter, Hunger Games, or Twilight series? No. I haven't read any of those, and I haven't seen any of the movies. Question 17. Would you rather have an American accent or a British accent? I'm not really sure on this question either, because I feel like everybody that has an American accent has a different accent depending on where you live in America. Everybody has a different accent. So having an American accent would be cool, but then I do like the sound of British accents as well. So I think I'm still gonna have to choose an American accent because to me, not every American sounds the same. Question 18. Did your mother go to college? No. Question 19. Are your grandparents still married? Oh, my one set of grandparents that I know were married, they passed away before I was born, and I don't know when they passed away were they still married. Question 20. Have you ever taken karate lessons? No. Question 21. Do you know who Kermit the Frog is? Yes, but Kermit the Frog is not my favorite character. It's actually Miss Piggy. Question 22. What was the first amusement park you've ever been to? The first amusement park I've ever been to was Hershey Park, and I did not want to go. I actually told the group that I was going with that I was not going on this trip, but the therapist that I had at the time, she was always helped out with the club that I was working with at the time, and she called my mother on the phone. I was about 7 and said, pack up Jasmine because we leaving in the morning. We going to Hershey Park with the Adventure Club. And she said, but don't tell Jasmine because she doesn't want to go. But we all know what Adventure Club is about. The Adventure Club motto was to try new things. So we would always do things that were out of everybody's comfort. So my mother tells me that I'm going with my therapist somewhere, but she just said, have me ready at 7 o'clock in the morning. I said okay, and I didn't think anything of it because I go with this woman all the time. We've done a lot of things. So I didn't think we were actually going to Hershey Park. So she comes, I'm all excited to go because I'm ready to see what we're going to be doing for the day. But she was like, we have to make one more stop before we go. And I said okay. Then we pull up and here's the rest of the Adventure Club, and we were off to Hershey Park. And the reason why I didn't want to go to Hershey Park is because I don't do roller coasters. I don't like them. I don't like heights. But I ended up trying to get on roller coasters because the whole idea of the Adventure Club was to try new things. I was still terrified, but I did have a lot of fun in Hershey Park. Question 23. What language besides your native language would you like to be fluent? I would like in Spanish. I took 3 years of Spanish and I had a lot of fun doing it. I would love to be fluent in Spanish. Question 24. Do you spell the color gray G-R-E-A or G-R-A-Y? I spelled the color gray. I spelled the color gray G-R-E-Y. Question 25. Is your father bald? My father was not bald. He always kept his hair in a short cut. Question 26. Do you know any triplets? No. Question 27. Do you prefer Titanic or The Notebook? Guys, this is a hard question because I love both of the movies, but I can't watch Titanic too often because it makes me cry. The Notebook is romantic, so I would have to choose The Notebook on this one, but if I need a good cry, I will definitely be watching Titanic. Question 28. Have you ever had Indian? Yeah, I've had butter chicken before. I've had samosas before. Question 29. What is your favorite restaurant? My favorite restaurant is Red Lobster. They have the best biscuits in my opinion. Question 30. Have you ever been to Olive Garden? No. Question 31. Do you belong to any warehouse stores like a BJ's, a Costco's, or a Sam's Club? No. Question 32. What would your parents have named you if you were the opposite gender? If I was the opposite gender, my parents would have named me Alexander. If you have a nickname, what is it? I have multiple nicknames, but the 2 most popular nicknames that people call me are Jay or Jazz. Question 34. Who's your favorite person in the world? My favorite person in the world is my mother. Question 35. Would you rather live in a rural area or the suburbs? I would rather live in the suburbs. Question 36. Can you whistle? Question 37. Do you sleep with a nightlight? Yes. I don't like being in the dark at all. Question 38. Do you eat breakfast every morning? No. Just like as I'm filming this video, it's like 11 something. I have not eaten breakfast. I'm not a breakfast person. Like, I think the only time I really eat breakfast is like Saturday morning. Question 39. Do you take any daily pills or daily medication? Yes. I take 3 different medications every day. Question 40. Do you have any medical conditions? Yes. I've mentioned multiple times on this channel that I have cerebral palsy, and I also have asthma, and I also have something called acid reflux. Question 41. How many times have you been to the hospital? Way too many times than I like to count. Question 42. Have you ever seen Finding Nemo? Yes. Finding Nemo was actually the first movie I saw in the actual movie theater. Question 43. Where do you buy your jeans? I don't wear jeans, so I don't buy them. So I don't have an answer for this question. But when I was in fashion school, we learned a lot about jeans. So the best places that I've seen to get jeans are American Eagle. Question 44. What was the last compliment you got? The last compliment I got is your curls are popping. Question 45. Do you usually remember your dreams in the morning? No. Question 46. What flavor of tea do you enjoy? I enjoy chai. Question 47. How many pairs of shoes do you currently own? I think I own about 4 to 5 pairs of shoes at the moment. Question 48. What religion will you raise your child to practice? Christianity. Question 49. How old were you when you found out Santa Claus wasn't real? I was about 4 or 5 when I found out Santa Claus wasn't real. Santa Claus had just came to school that day and brung gifts for all the children in the school plus gifts for their family. So I came home with all these gifts, and I told my brothers that Santa Claus brought gifts for them at my school as well. And one of my brothers said Santa Claus isn't real, and I was like, you're lying, because I just saw him at school. So then my brother said, I can prove it to you. And I said, how? So my brother took me upstairs, opened our hall closet, and said, look, see, here go all your Christmas presents right here, and see all these tags. It tells you it came from Aunt so-and-so, Uncle so-and-so, Mommy, Daddy, your cousin this one, and your cousin that one. And I was like, what? And he was like, see, Mommy cuts off all the names and all the tags and puts on from Santa to Jasmine. She cuts all the tags off every year and wraps them herself so they look like they came from Santa Claus. I think I cried for about 2 hours, and my brothers got in trouble for telling me that Santa Claus was. Question 50. Why do you have a Tumblr? I do not have a Tumblr. So, and the reason why I don't have a Tumblr is because I never known what Tumblr was, so that's why I don't have one. Okay guys, that was all 50 questions. Thank you for making it this far in the video. Now I'm gonna tell you the 3 YouTube channels that I will be tagging. But I want you to remember, if I do tag you, you do not have to do this tag if you don't want to. And if I don't tag you and you still want to do this tag, I will link the blog post to where all the questions came from in my description. So, first channel is 8 for You Are 8. Second channel is Eat to Live Strong. Third channel is The Crockett Way. Thank you so much for joining me for today's video. Remember, I'm always thinking of you, sending my love, and bye for now.